What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of They Don't Know I Be Cooking. And today I'm going to show you how to make some southern fried chicken. Now this recipe is really straightforward. If you could just do me a favor and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, because I drop videos like this throughout the week, alright? And now without further ado, let's get started. Okay, now throughout this video, I'll also be sharing with you a few tips and tricks for frying chicken, alright? Now what we have here is 10 pieces of chicken, that's 5 legs and 5 thighs, cleaned with water and vinegar. And now the first thing that we're going to do is season our chicken. Now all ingredients and measurements will be in the description. And now I got a separate bowl, and to the bowl we're going to add 2 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning, 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And now we're going to mix it all together. Now in case you're wondering why I didn't just season the chicken directly, I prefer to mix my seasonings, and that way it's a more even mix. So when I do season the chicken, each piece of the chicken will taste the same. And now we're going to sprinkle this mix all over the chicken. And then you want to go in with your hands and give the chicken a good mix. This is how you get the most flavor out of your fried chicken. And now we're going to pour 2.5 cups of buttermilk, and you want to pour it directly over the chicken. And you want to make sure the chicken is completely covered. This is going to add some additional flavor, and it makes the chicken nice and tender. And now we're going to cover the chicken and we'll let it marinate in the fridge for at least 2 hours, but preferably overnight. Alright, so it's been over 2 hours, and now what I do is I let my chicken sit at room temperature, covered, for about 25 minutes. This helps the chicken cook more evenly, and it avoids it from being overcooked on the outside and undercooked on the inside. So now it's time for our breading. So I got 2 cups of flour. And to the flour, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning, 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of sea salt, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, and a half a teaspoon of cornstarch. And now we're going to mix it all together. Okay, so now we're going to grab the chicken out of the buttermilk marinade, and then we're going to roll the chicken into our seasoned flour. Now you want to coat the chicken thoroughly, and you also want to squeeze the flour onto the chicken. And I'll put this on a baking sheet. And now the same thing for the thighs. You want to coat it with the flour thoroughly, but you also want to spend a bit more time to make sure that we get all the cracks and crevices. So I did this for all the chicken, and now I have some corn oil heating on the stove at 325, and now we're going to place the chicken directly into the oil. Now the moment you put in the chicken, the temperature of the oil will drop, so you want to increase the heat to bring the temperature back up. Also, you don't want to overcrowd the pot, so I'm only going to put in 5 at a time. And for chicken legs, they should cook for about 15 minutes at 325 while flipping them halfway through. When they're done, they should be a nice golden brown color. And now when you remove them, you don't want to use tongs, as that can damage the breading. So you want to use a strainer or a slotted spoon, as you see in the video. And now I'm going to put in the thighs. And now personally, I cook the thighs just a little bit longer, so for about 18 minutes at 325 while flipping them halfway through. Now once they're done, I'm going to remove them from the oil. And all the chicken should have an internal temperature of at least 165 degrees. And that's it. We have our southern fried chicken. Now this chicken is juicy, crispy, and packed with flavor. Now I also made a video on how to make bourbon chicken, which is currently my most popular video, so be sure to watch that as well. And as always, if you enjoyed this recipe, please let me know in the comments, and please like, subscribe, and share. And enjoy.